Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today. I am in beautiful Laguna right now on the cliff. It is absolutely stunning. I always love it when you come down here and you've got no swimming, surfing only at some of these spots. And it's coming. Are you guys ready? Be ready, because it's finally going to be here. So before I get into it, please take a second. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And I want to remind you about the Real Estate Foreclosure Pro course that is on pre-sale right now. And until all the videos get completed and edited, there's an 80% discount for only $199. So take a look at the link below and take a look at that, because it's absolutely amazing. A lot of people have already signed up for it. It's going to be quite amazing. When we have experts that call downturns and predict things, and they're right, I'm always curious as to what they're talking about next. Now, there's a man, Stephen Blitz, from T.S. Blanchard, which is a financial firm, and he called the banking crisis of March well in advance and said, we've got big problems with a lot of these banks right now, unlike anything that we've seen, and you're going to see massive bank failures. And he predicted this. He also predicted that we haven't seen the end of it yet, but he's predicting that we are going to have a full-blown recession that's going to start very soon. And where we're at is bad, and it's going to go down from here. Now, do you look at stuff like this? When you hear a guy like this talk this way, does that sit there and make you say, well, I'm going to listen to this guy? For me, yeah, because the guy called the banking crisis, predicted banks that would go out of business. The story's below, but that's fascinating. And the banking problems are not going away, okay? Dawn, who is a major contributor to the channel, sent me a great story about Wells Fargo. I'm not going to say what state she's in or anything like that, but Wells Fargo got caught red-handed by doing a bunch of nefarious things where they were setting up bogus accounts, they were setting up fake insurance policies for people without getting their consent in advance. Now, the worst part about this was they finally got nabbed and nailed on it, and it's been the last 7 years that they've been trying to deal with this. There's class action lawsuits. Think about this. Every attorney general in 50 states filed suit against Wells Fargo and agreed to this settlement agreement. They have a redress program where they're going to redress everything that they've done wrong to their clientele. That is crazy, guys. And Dawn got just over $1,000 as a refund because of how they wanted to apologize to her. But the link is below, and take a look at this, because, you know, it's crazy what they did to people. And bogus accounts, setting up fake insurance, letting people know that they, people didn't even know they had insurance, but they were charging them premiums and charging them discounts, charging them for renter's insurance and things like that without their knowledge. And Wells Fargo, you think they would finally learn their lesson. Okay, great. So they've had, all these different fines, all these different refunds they had to give people to the tune of over $1 billion now. Now, flash forward to San Francisco today, and there's another story that's completely unrelated to this, where people are having problems with online banking and with scammers that are taking advantage of Wells Fargo customers right now. So with that, Wells Fargo in San Francisco says, hey, we're too busy for this. We're too busy to deal with this right now. We can't handle this. It's not something that we can work on. Read the two different stories below, but that's awful, guys. That's absolutely terrible. So you're seeing more and more of these problems. And again, you need to have multiple banks. You need to have multiple bank accounts. Wells Fargo is horrible when it comes to customer service right now. So tell me if you've had a good experience with Wells Fargo, if any of you have. I'm shocked by that. Jerry wrote me about the problems with Chase Bank. And Chase Bank has all these different restrictions because he heard the story about the credit union where the woman couldn't log into her credit union without agreeing to her new terms and conditions. So Jerry had the same thing happen to him with Chase Bank and said, you know what, I want to read these before I agree to this, and had to agree to it, then read the 40-some pages for it. The thing that was disturbing about this is, think about this. Again, look at this. If you have a savings account, we can require that you have to wait 7 days before you can withdraw funds from your savings account. No, pass. Pass, pass, pass. If you are using the money with a financial instrument like writing a check, like for example, you go, hey, I want to take money out of my Chase account and put it into my retirement account, they can delay those funds by up to 7 days. Why, guys? Have they advertised this one? That makes you want to run over to Chase Bank right now. This is insane right now. Absolutely insane. But this is happening more and more and more. People don't get how their freedoms are being completely eliminated right now. And, you know, it's not normal. It's not a normal financial time right now. It really is not. That's what we're seeing right now around the country. So, have you guys started to read these terms and conditions? Have you looked at that? I have, more and more. And I'm glad people like Jerry sent stuff like this in, because it's too much, guys. It's too much for all of us. Water's absolutely stunning today. How blue this is. Isn't this beautiful out here? Absolutely amazing. So, share your thoughts on this stuff so far, guys. Just a beautiful day out here. But the economy is, you know, precarious to say the least. One thing I'm very proud of is we filmed a course, Real Estate Foreclosure Pro, with the Economic Ninja, Doug, and myself, and it's fantastic. We did something very different where we have a real estate expert who owns the auction house, who posts the homes, does the sales, and is responsible for, you know, even bidding for the bank. So you get a completely different perspective. Take a look at the course below, guys. It's only $199 right now. It's an 80% discount right now over our regular price with pre-filming of this. The videos are being dropped as they get finished editing, and I think you guys will enjoy it. But take a look at Real Estate Foreclosure Pro below, and I think you guys will be amazed by it. Now, with the economy, you have to look at what's happening, what people are buying and selling right now, and how companies are doing. Look at FedEx right now. They just announced their earnings are way off. People are not shipping things for business, for personal packages. They're closing facilities right now, and the outlook is bleak. It's going to go down globally right now because the global economy is off right now. So this is something that you have to look at. It's just not the same right now. If people are not shipping packages overnight, there's something wrong. And you can sit there and say, oh, well, they're using the post office now, Dan. They're using different methods, UPS and things like that. They're off too right now. So commerce is taking a hit right now. The next thing is Uber. Uber has people in their recruitment department. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen these people at the mall, but hey, sign up to become an Uber driver. And the reason why I became interested in these people was I was at a mall one day about 10 years ago when my son was a real pain. And I said, it would be great to be your Uber driver because he just make a little money with his online jobs. And I said, you know what? I want to be the Uber driver and be the only person that you can hire and literally be in the driveway so that when you request a ride, it would be me and you'd have to pay me. So he and I worked out a settlement on that, if you know what I mean, because I was tired of, you know, driving him all over the place and watching him squander his money. So lesson learned. The company Goodwill, think about this. Colorado Goodwill is going to close all of the dressing rooms for Goodwill right now, which when you think about this, there's 42 Goodwill stores in Colorado. You know, the used thrift stores, people donate things to the handicap and they pick out the good stuff, they clean it up a little bit, they sell it. But 42 of the stores, you're no longer going to be able to use a dressing room. And the reason for that is because nefarious things happen. People steal, people do drugs in those things, people are horrible in there. And Goodwill says enough is enough. We can't handle this. Can't handle the crime, can't handle the problems, and don't want to be responsible for all these degenerates that come in our place. But again, you and I lose when that stuff happens. So imagine if you walked into Nordstrom's and you couldn't try on the shirt or the pants or the jacket. Okay? Oh, I'll just do it here, and I won't do it inside of a dressing room. People would be furious about that if that didn't happen. So share your thoughts on this, because this is only getting worse right now, guys, right before our eyes. We talked about Uber earlier. One thing that's fascinating is Uber's getting sued heavily in Florida right now. They're not screening drivers properly. And they're having a lot of people that have committed felonies and have assaulted people that get in the vehicle, steal from people. Identity theft is a huge problem. But just a matter of time until Uber has to answer to all this stuff, because it's just getting more and more people that are falling victim of this. But the story's below on that. And, you know, just a matter of time with this. So let me go back up the stairs. You know, this next one, this is under Who Knew, okay? And point is that who knew that Elon Musk has a sister? Do you guys know that? Her name is Tosca Musk. And first of all, she's a looker, okay? She is age appropriate and a knockout. She's a filmmaker and a Sagittarius. I don't know that last part, I just made that up. Anyways, she said that she's sick and tired of when people find out that she's Elon Musk's sister, that they fleece her and charge her too much. And I'm like, oh, poor Tosca, you know? So it would be great to date the richest guy in the world's sister, okay? Hey, is Elon coming over to the barbecue? You know, think about all the stuff you could talk about. Which brings up a great story. Jeff Bezos dating the weather girl. And it's kind of scandalous here in California for a little bit because he was still married. And her brother, the weather girl's brother, found out about it and hacked her phone and got access to text messages and sold the rights to him to the National Enquirer for only 200 grand. Now it's like 220 or something, or 205, or I'm guessing the amount. The point is that I would rather have my sister date the world's richest man at the time than get 200 grand from somebody. How do you guys feel about that? So Tosca, anyways, she's a filmmaker. If she likes you know, an average YouTuber. Anyways, guys, you get the gist, okay? So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. I always like to look at the news to see what the big guys are doing. And here's an interesting stat for you, and that is hedge funds. For 9 of the last 10 days, trading days, they have sold stocks. 9 of the last 10 trading days as I'm filming this video. Now, guys, what are they buying? You know, why are they selling? Isn't everything great right now in the marketplace and everybody should just be moving forward and not have a problem? No, you know that. That's not the case. The other thing is people keep writing me about how great interest rates are. Dan, I've had, you know, interest rates above 14% for my home. And here's what it takes. This is from Forbes, and the story is below. You know, you're starting to see houses go down in price, and you're starting to see more delinquencies, which is where the foreclosures come from. Okay? But you want to refinance your house? We've got a great rate for you. We have a 6% rate. It's a 5-year adjustable arm. In other words, payment will be fixed for 5 years. After 5 years, what's the interest rate? Oh, Dan, it's going to go down. Ask Dave Ramsey. It's all going to go to the floor. It's going to be free in 5 years. Will it? Okay. But the other thing is you need to have a 780 FICO score. You need to have the right income. You need to have, the right equity, everything to get that great rate. That's what people don't get. People don't sit there and just, if you're the perfect candidate for this, you're probably not borrowing money right now. So let me know what you think about this, because that's reality right now. And the hedge fund selling, there's a reason for that, guys. They just don't do it, for the heck of it. Summer's here, guys, and in Texas, they are just getting blasted with the heat right now. Here's the thing, you think they'd get lesson learned when last year when it was, really cold, or 2 years ago, it was really cold, and they had all the, the freeze and everything was shut down. And then last year with the heat, they had, grids get shut down. There are people in South Texas right now that don't have electricity right now for days. And some of these people, they don't have the answer as far as when they're going to get, this turned back on. That's, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, I, for one, hate those smart meters that they have right now. I think that you're a fool to have that. You're a fool to have it connected. If I want my house to be an ice box, I should have that. If I want the heat turned on a June day, because I got a little chilly tonight, I want to rip the heat, that's me, because I'm paying the bill, okay? So it's that simple. I'm always amazed at that. So, next thing, an ex-Goldman Sachs trader got caught for insider trading, Brijesh Goel is the person's name. And what they did was they talked about mergers. This person was in mergers and acquisitions and would tip his friends off on what to buy. And of course, his friend made money, and this guy's going to go down for the count and do a little time. So again, everybody does this. They think they're so smart, and this guy got fired. And it took this guy years to get caught. And, they're teaching him a lesson right now, to say the least. Now, here's the thing. You would think people would be appreciative when they get something that happens to them. Jim Farley is the CEO of Ford right now. Jim Farley steps forward and says, listen, I want to make it clear, we're not building the Cybertruck for Silicon Valley. That's what Elon Musk is doing. That's what Tesla's doing. Their Cybertruck, that's for rich people in Silicon Valley. We're building work trucks for regular people. Now, please understand this. If Elon Musk did not let this guy use his charging port and let that $200 adapter be done, they'd be in serious trouble. Now, Elon Musk is going to get richer because of that, but to sit there and to slam the guy right now and do this, that's crazy right now, because Ford's a joke right now when it comes to these trucks. Anybody that has ever written me, not one person has said, wow, Dan, what a great vehicle. Now, I've had people write me about their Teslas and tell me how I'm stupid and it's the greatest car they've ever had and they could live in it, all that stuff. But the Ford F-150, all I keep hearing is, wow, Dan, we hook up our boat and instantly the battery drops 50%. Well, Mr. Farley should address that. And the other thing Mr. Farley should address is they just had a recall of 150,000 cars or trucks in the last, and SUVs in the last 2 weeks. He's had that. So again, we build trucks for real people that use them, not for Silicon Valley. Wow, man, oh man. Again, don't bite the hand that feeds you, because they would be closed if they didn't have that adapter. I'm telling you, they couldn't afford to build the charging stations. Let me know what you guys think about this. Is there anything coming out this summer that you say, oh, I've got to see that movie, I cannot wait to do that? Concerts, anything like that. I'm always curious as to what people are entertained by. But the problem with the entertainment industry, especially movies right now, is they're in real trouble right now. There's a lot of problems. And Disney just had 2 box office bombs in a row. And maybe people are sick of politics and kids' entertainment. I am. and I don't even have children of that age anymore. The other thing is, who knew? You guys know the writer's strike has been going on for 8 weeks now. 8 weeks. Still is not resolved, but 5,000 people showed up yesterday to protest this. And, you know, I was in a restaurant the other day, and they're like, oh, it's already been resolved. Everybody's getting what they wanted. Everybody's going back to work. And I'm like, I don't think you're right about that. And I'm very not right about that. I was right. This woman was not right. So just a matter of time, guys. You know, you've got to pay people for streaming. There's certain rights that you have when you make things. And, I mean, it's kind of fascinating. It's a very interesting business, to say the least. But for the people that write movies and TV shows and things like that, and the way the residuals work, it's fascinating, to say the least. They get paid a set amount, and then as it gets shown more and more and more, there's a sliding scale to where it actually drops to where it can be pennies based on where it's shown. So, you know, they need to protect themselves from things like that. So it's kind of fascinating. Provo, Utah had an accident on the I-15 where a truck was delivering French fries and crashed and hit the center divider and the barrier and lost control, and millions of French fries went all over the freeway, which I thought was fascinating, to say the least, because I'm like, were they crisp cut? Were they the little stringy fries? What were they? Okay, so final story is Nancy Sawyer. Nancy recently passed away, which is sad. Okay, and but what she did was, she has a house in Tampa that's worth $2.5 million. She's got a decent little estate. She left the entire estate to her cats, her 7 Persian cats. No family members, nothing. She wants the cats to live in the, you know, 4,000 square foot house in a life of luxury. So crazy. Okay. Once again, guys, if you guys want to name iAllegedly, Dan at iAllegedly, in your will, and you want me to come speak at your memorial, Nancy, I would have done it for her and taken care of those cats, because the estate's worth like $4 million. So, you know, I'm a giver guy. Oh, I'm not even a cat person at all. Okay. Would Rosie get along with the Persian cats? Is all I would. That would be the question. And is Tampa nice, guys? For those of you that live in Tampa, tell me. Persian cats, 7, 4,000 square feet. Okay. Please do not forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Summer's here, guys. It's beautiful out here. It's very nice. Please take a look at Real Estate Foreclosure Pro. We're very proud of this. And as the videos get finished editing, they will be uploaded to the course. And this thing is at a very reduced price right now for a very limited time. So take advantage of it and take a look at it today. But if you have any stories to send me, I appreciate everything you guys send me. Hello at iAllegedly.com. And onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.